I'm assuming that you clicked on this link and this title because you haven't achieved this yet. Or you're a seasoned vet and you want to figure out how to do this in a month. We're going to talk about this in today's episode. This episode is for you if you're wondering how to start your real estate career, you've been in it for a couple of years and you're just not making the money you want to make, or you've been in it, like I said, for a long time and you're curious as to how you can put more gas on the fire and be more efficient. We're going to talk about all that today. If you're new to my channel or you've been here before and you've watched a bunch of these videos, there's two things that you need today. You need a notepad and you need a pen. I've got them everywhere. This is a classroom environment. Excited to have you. I want you these next 15-20 minutes to really be able to take a ton of notes on this specific topic, walk away with complete clarity, and know exactly what you need to do in order to go explode your real estate business. Now, housekeeping. Don't fast forward this part. There's two things that we focus on this YouTube channel. One of them is our education. If you haven't followed along for a while or watched my previous videos, you might not know that in this program we talk about education a lot. You have to keep your learning ahead of your earning. You got to outpace your paycheck with your education. So in every quarter we focus on a topic and then we break that down and read a book a month. This quarter is the last quarter on leadership. This is what we just read this month, Happiness Advantage by Sean Aker. Incredible book in regards to how can you be happy, take yourself away from the outcome so that no matter what, you're in a happy state. In Q3, we're gonna now transition to sales skills, books that will help you become sharper at being a real estate professional and a sales individual. So in July, our first book is gonna be good old Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. This is one of the first books that I ever read on sales. The reason this is so important because in sales, you are your first sell. You have to sell yourself on everything that you're doing because sales is a transfer of energy. If you don't have the energy, you can't sell the prospect that's in front of you. So that's housekeeping topic number one. Number two is all realtors in New Jersey. July 12th, we are coming to you. Then we're going back to Atlanta. Then we're going to Texas, then California, and then back to Florida. If you're in any of those markets, reach out to me in my cell and I'll text you the link. In New Jersey alone, we're expecting over 200 agents to show up to that. We would love to meet you at our live in-person seminars. Okay, now let's dive into the meat and potatoes. So you clicked on this link because the biggest question you have is how can I make over 6 figures a year consistently in real estate? Or you've been in the industry for a while and you're not making that income, so you want to add another 50, 75, or even 100,000 on top of your current income. Or you're a sales ninja, you've been in the industry for a long, long time, and you want to do this on a monthly basis. All that's possible. The issue that we're going to cover today is most realtors or salespeople, they're missing 3 things. If they fix it and connect it, then everything else will take off. Essentially, what we're going to do in today's episode is we're going to build your foundation. If we can build that foundation and get you pointed in the right direction, you'll take off. If you were to take a flight out of Salt Lake City and change literally by 6 inches, you would either be all the way on the south or you would be all the way up in the north. 6 inches, that's it. So today's topic really is fixing the littlest details about your business so that you can then take off and add this income to your portfolio. So let's start as if you're a brand new agent. If you're a sales ninja, you've been here for a while, this is a good refresher for you. So let's dive into this. On your pad of paper, I want you to draw a little stick figure, and yours probably is gonna be better than mine. Right below the stick figure, draw an arrow going down, 1 to the left and 1 to the right. These are 3 things that you need to have answered and have crystal clarity on in order to move forward with speed. To the left, we're gonna write why. Why is it that you wanna be in real estate? Get very clear on that. Why this industry? An industry where 75 to 80% fell in the first 2 years, an industry where a lot of people are only making about $40,000 a year. The odds are stacked against you. So why is it that you're diving into this industry? The arrow underneath it, you're gonna write type. What type of realtor do you want to be? Do you want to be the social media realtor? Do you want to be a buyer's agent? Do you want to be a listing agent? Do you want to be known off of YouTube? Do you want to be the friendly realtor that everyone likes to talk to but doesn't do any deals? You got to get crystal clear on what type of realtor you want to be. Then the arrow that's pointing to the right of your stick figure, and you should send me your stick figures. I want to see if yours is better than mine, is going to be your avatar. Who is your ideal client? That as a realtor in real estate you want to target? Is it first-time home buyers? Is it the first-time home buyers that are now buying their second home? Do you want to target 55 and older? Do you want to target all of it? Do you want to be the relocation expert? Get very clear on the avatar or avatars that you want to chase down. So again, there's a great quote by Abraham Lincoln. He says, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening the saw." So before you start maneuvering or making all these decisions, get very clear on these 3 things: your why and why you're getting into real estate, the type of realtor you want to be, and who's your avatar. First, figure those things out. Then we're going to move on to the second part. So don't do this second part, pause the video, unless you've detailed those first 3. Okay, this next part, underneath your 3 topics and your stick figure, I want you to draw 3 boxes and an arrow going to each box, between each box. Underneath each box, the farthest one to the left, write vision board. The middle box, write business plan. And the last one, your schedule. The reason this is so important, whether you're new to real estate, you've been doing it for a while, or you've been in it for a long time, is most of what realtors or salespeople do is there's a massive disconnect between what their daily schedule says to what their business plan has them doing and to what their vision board really wants them to accomplish over time. You need to find a way to connect all 3 because your brain has 2 parts. There's the emotional part and there's the analytical part. There's a great book called Switch, How to Help People Change When Change is Hard by Dan and Chip Heath. And what it does is it takes the emotional part of your brain and it paints the picture as an elephant, the analytical part as a rider. So that emotional part to your brain, the vision board, the why you're in real estate, what are you trying to accomplish with all this money, and the analytical part, that business plan and the schedule, the detailed map, you need to get those guys working together. When they're working together, you then shape the path so they know exactly where to go. What happens in real estate is most realtors are super hyped. They have no plan, or they have a plan, but they're not emotionally connected to it. Michael Hyatt, who's a great author, talks about how every goal has to speak to your heart and it has to speak to your mind. You have to get that elephant and the rider together, working in unison so that you can go faster, more efficiently. What happens is when you don't do that, then you're going to be inconsistent, you're going to feel burnout, which I think is a made up term, and you're going to want to quit and start looking at the grass is greener on the other side. Trust me. If that's what's happening, it goes back to your elephant and your rider not being on the same team, okay? So let's talk about your vision board. There's 3 great activities to figure out what to put on your vision board. One's the funeral activity, one is called the Odyssey plan, and one is called the ideal scenario. All 3 of these activities are incredible. They're good ways to really open your brain and figure out, what do you want to put on that vision board? What speaks to you? Why do this job? Why make the money? Why have this lifestyle? My personal favorite is the funeral activity. You're essentially imagining a funeral. You show up, you see friends, family, coworkers, you finally make it up to the casket, you look inside and it's you. And you ask yourself, who would you want to speak? What would you want them to say? What accomplishments would you want them to mention? What type of person would you hope that they talked about that you were? The ideal scenario, that's another great example or activity of what you can do to really envision, hey, 5-10 years down the road, an ideal day. What does that look like from wake up all the way until you go to bed? So really get detailed on that vision board. Speak to that elephant in the heart. Get them very, very dialed in. For example, if you want a Tesla, go to the dealership, sit in a Tesla, take a picture of yourself in the Tesla, feel it, imagine it, smell it, take a video of you driving the Tesla, get really connected to that elephant. Let's say everything on your vision board is 2 years out. And let's say it accumulates to $300,000, okay? Now we're gonna ask ourselves, what's the average commission in my area? Let's say it's $10,000. So that means over the next 2 years, I need 30 deals, okay? So that means every year I need 15 deals and I can accomplish everything on my vision board. Are you starting to see how your business plan, which we're going to build, comes from that vision board? The business plan and the vision board have to work together. you're not just saying, hey, I want to sell 30 deals. No, I want to sell 30 deals because of this, and this. You can then transfer that over to your business plan. And then there's emotion behind it. You're emotionally connected to it. You get goosebumps when you talk about it. So stop the video again. If you haven't built your vision board, do it. If you need a PDF that walks you through that, comment in the sections, or better yet, shoot me a text at 702-525-5766. Reference this video and let me know you want the PDF packet that'll walk you through how to build a vision board. Give it to you for free. Once you're done with that, now you can start the video again. Your vision board is done. Now we're talking about your business plan. So hypothetically speaking, let's say your vision board says you need 15 deals a year. So now we're gonna work on the business plan. On your paper, draw a big circle and in the middle, the number 15. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut this as like a pie and you're gonna make one portion of it 75%. So go down from 12 o'clock to the middle and over to 4 o'clock. You're then gonna color that in. So what that means is 75% of your 15 is going to be from a main form of prospecting. For me, that was door knocking. For some, it's YouTube. Others, it's social media. You gotta have one aggressive form where you're proactively hunting down deals. So 75% of 15, I'm not that good at math, that's why I knock doors for a living, but I just checked my computer and it's 11 and a half. Let's call it 12, okay? So 12 deals in a 12-month span, so one a month, is going to come from door knocking. That means the entire month, I'm knocking and talking to 200 people a week, and I'm just looking for one person to sell or list. That's it, at an average commission of $10,000. The other side of the pie, on that circle, you're gonna draw 3 arrows coming out of the center point. These are called your branches. They're small little things that you're doing on the side to guarantee that you can get a couple extra deals without really having to work at it. For me, one of those branches is social media. Go follow me at utahrealestate.jeremy and you'll see how I'm managing that branch. My other branch is going to be referrals. And my third branch is going to be past clients. Now that I have every branch labeled, you're now going to go back to your 75% activity and you're going to talk to that writer, the analytical guy that's in your business plan, and you're going to map out what are called non-negotiables. In your business plan, non-negotiables, what those are activities that you're going to track on a weekly basis that come hell or high water, you do, period. When people say trust the process and it'll work out, that's the process that they're saying to trust. You have to do those things consistently compounded over time to have a growing real estate business. So for door knocking, what are 4 non-negotiables? Well, I could say 1 is I'm going to talk to no less than 250 people a week if they thought about buying, selling, or investing. My second one is I'm going to knock a minimum of 4 hours a day. My third one is I'm going to role play twice a day. And if you're looking for a role play group, we have 2 that run every single day, Monday through Friday. It's $200 a month, cheapest, most affordable plan that you'll ever find. And you have 2 guaranteed role play groups. It's crazy if you don't join that. Anyways, number 4, I'm gonna read a sales book a month. So again, in our program, that's what we're doing. We're sharpening your saw so you get better, so you're more likely to close more deals over time. Okay, those are my 4 non-negotiables. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the exact same thing for my other 3 branches. I'm gonna come up with 4 non-negotiables that I know I'm gonna do on a weekly basis. Then when I sit down a weekly plan, I'm gonna look at my business plan, look at my non-negotiables, and I'm gonna plug and play that into my schedule. So now we're transitioning to the schedule. So if you don't have your business plan, pause. And again, if you want a PDF completely for free, shoot me a text at 702-525-5766, and I'll send you that same PDF that has the business plan portion to you for free so you can build your business plan. So everything we're doing on the paper, you can actually see it in a PDF form. So pause the video if you haven't finished this. Okay, the last part. Hopefully at this point, you're done with your vision board, you're done with your business plan, and now you need your schedule. So let's look at your schedule. Your schedule should show me what's on your business plan and your vision board. You should be able to text me a picture of your schedule and I can easily identify, oh, that's part of their business plan. Oh, that's probably part of their vision board. All three of those have to connect no matter what. There cannot be any disconnect between the three. So when I go to schedule, I'm gonna break this up into time blocks. And again, if you want a more detailed breakdown of this, I have a whole other YouTube video that I'll put right here so you can click. My team will put right there so you can click, go watch that. Essentially with the schedule, I'm gonna time block it. Morning routine, busy time, prospecting, and my nightly routine. In that schedule, I'm gonna plug and play what needs to happen, my non-negotiables for my business plan, into my schedule. So that way, every night when I go to nightly plan for tomorrow, it's basically on repeat. I only have to change a few things. Part of my non-negotiable for my business plan is to knock minimum 4 hours a day. So I'm gonna put that as my knocking time in my schedule. I need to role play twice a day. I'm gonna plug it here, plug it here. Part of my vision board is to be a really good dad. So I'm gonna plug that here and plug that here. Part of my vision board includes education, seminars, getting better, reading books. So I'm gonna plug that here and here. And that's essentially what you're doing. Your vision board, your business plan, and your schedule, you should be able to hand that over to someone that comes into your area. They can easily read it and replicate your business. Another way to think about this is if someone were to invest money into your business, how much would they spend? If they were to buy stock in your corporation, how much would they buy? That's really where this comes from. Now, the last piece to the puzzle, if you made it this far, good for you, and this is why I wanted to wait. There's 4 things that you need to do with your vision board, your business plan, and your schedule to make sure that you're consistent over time, because realtors, for some reason, don't have a backbone. They can't be consistent. For some reason, it's just not part of their DNA in this industry. You need to add it. So how do you add it? You manage your systems, not your emotions. There's a great quote by James Clear in his book, Atomic Habits, that says, we do not rise to the level of our goals, but we actually fall to the level of our systems. So how are you gonna make 6 figures a year on repeat for the vets? How are you gonna make this on a monthly basis? It's your systems. It's managing your systems. If you're gonna take a boat out to sea and you need to get from point A to point B, you're gonna have your map out continuously. You're gonna refer back to it. You're gonna look at your compass. Anyone that has traveled knows how important that is. Pilots, captains. This is a principle that they live by. As realtors, you have to live by this too. So what this looks like, there's 4 different things that you need to do on a weekly basis. 1, nightly plan. Every night, take out your business plan and take out your vision board and your schedule and look at it and go through the entire thing every night. Make sure you remember why you're doing this, what your plan is, and what your schedule is for the next day. Then you're gonna wake up the next morning and guess what? Grab it again. This has helped me so much over my real estate career and my sales career in general, is always making sure that this is looked back on as much as I can. Then the third thing is a weekly planning, which if you need a weekly planning template, you guessed it, I have a PDF on that. Reach out, I'll send that to you for free. But shoot me a text. Sometimes I don't read the comments here. So on a weekly basis, you're gonna review these things as well. How am I doing? How far am I off? Am I on pace? Am I on target? What do I need to adjust? And the last thing is you're gonna do this on a monthly and quarterly basis. And yes, I have a PDF on this, so reach out for it. That's it. So originally you clicked on this link because you wanted to figure out how do I get to that 6-figure level in real estate, or how do I do this on a monthly basis if I've been doing it for a while? And this is how. You figure out your why. You figure out what type of realtor you want to be, and you figure out your avatar. Then you put your vision board, business plan, and schedule, and you sync them together. You then check up on those things regularly, at night, in the morning, weekly, and monthly and quarterly. Do that compounded over time, and your real estate business and the money you make will explode. If you have any questions on any of these topics, reach out to me. I will field your call. I have a 2-hour block on my schedule to prioritize all of you. I want to help you for free. And down the road, if it makes sense to join our program, great. But I'm detached from that outcome. Give me a call. Let me review your business plan. Let me review your vision board. Let me review your schedule. Let me help you. Because again, if we can just shift you 6 inches we can take you from being over here making 30 to 50,000, which is the average for real estate agents, and we can pivot you all the way down here, which is 6 figures. My first year in real estate, I sold 75 deals. I made a lot of money. This isn't complicated, but you need someone for free or paid through coaching to make sure that you're doing the necessary things that will yield the largest impact. It's the Pareto principle. What 20% of activities will yield me 80% of the return? Do these things and you'll absolutely kill it. Thanks again for watching this video. You guys are the best. This is literally the reason I do this. Hope to hear from you. Reach out if you need help, and we'll catch you next time.